Okay, we're back for the final part of the first recorded live Yuri panel. And again, I want to thank you all. Good evening to everybody in Europe, good morning to everybody in Japan, and good afternoon and evening to everybody in America. We're at the final section, and this is the last question I was asked to answer by email. Then we're going to go offline and I'll just talk to you all. So right now, the question was, what titles do I think deserve more love and with a little bit more advertising and promotion could do better? And I'm going to be advertising some that may surprise you. So the first thing that I want to talk about is J-Manga. Some of you know that ALC Publishing is working with J-Manga, and one of the titles that they've published we did not do, but I think deserves a lot more love. Love My Life is a story about two women of college age who are in a relationship. It's a very slice of life story. It's unfortunately at the moment US only. That has to do with the publishers in Japan and their requirements. So let J-Manga know if you're in Europe that you'd like it, and they can tell Shodensha, and hopefully you'll get a chance to read it. It is, I think, probably one of the best unknown Yuri manga, and I really hope that those of you in the US who are on J-Manga will get it and read it. We did not do it, so this is not a self-promotion, but I really do think that it's just a sweet, terrific story by Yamaji Ebene that deserves a lot more love. This is a self-promotion. Kimi no Tamenara Shinneru is an upcoming title from J-Manga. ALC Publishing did work on it. It was incredibly difficult. The premise is that the famous Heian period diarist Sei Shonagon is kind of a slacker and a blogger and a Twitterer, and she sits around all day doing nothing until her friend makes her become a lady-in-waiting to Empress Teishi. This was an incredibly difficult translation to do, and I think that flowers should be showered on the translator, Erin. I was the editor on this, and I think there's a lot more that could still be edited on this. The letterer, Carl, even really went out of his way to do a fantastic job. And I'm going to tell you that this is one of the hardest sells I'll ever do because it's a really obscure concept, a Heian period gag 4-koma manga. But it was funny. It really genuinely was funny. And I hope you'll all pick that up on J-Manga when it comes out. So, I hope you're all watching Bodacious Space Pirates. It was a fantastic space opera story. It was goofy, it was fun with very little fan service, and it just had great characters. And as of this week, it also became a Yuri anime with great characters and very little fan service. And so I hope you all are watching it for free, legally, on Crunchyroll. This is fantastic. It's my sort of anime, and I imagine that probably not nearly enough people are watching it, so I really hope you take a moment to watch it. It's called Moretsu in Japanese, Bodacious, unfortunately, in English, Space Pirates, and it's a terrible title. It's totally salacious, obnoxious title. I really hope you'll give it a try. It's a lot of fun. And here's the full advertisement. Coming this summer from ALC Publishing, a 20-year retrospective of Rika Takashima's Rika Kanji. This retrospective will include all of the original Rika Kanji stories. It's going to have all of the Yuri Monogatari Rika Kanji stories, some original new work that's never been seen before because she just drew it for this book, and some older stuff that was pre-Rika Kanji that nobody ever saw. We'll also be selling it with a special omake that will be ebook only, but you can get the ebook when you pre-order the print book. You'll get a copy of the ebook, and you'll get the opportunity to buy the omake, which is the 2 adult chapters that Rika did for the Yuri Monogatari 1 and 2. So you pretty much get all of Rika's work for the past 20 years in one place. This will be out in print, will be out on ebook, and DRM free, always. I refuse to put DRM on any of our books. And if Kindle doesn't have issues with it, then we'll get it on Kindle as well. So those are the titles that I think really need a lot more love. And some of them, of course, are things that we've worked on, and some of them are not. I've picked things only in English. If we talk about things that are in Japanese, I'm going to say Collectors again by Nishi Uko. It's out in Rockwin Le Paradis, which is a quarterly josei magazine. It has not been collected yet. When I spoke to the creator last Komiket, she said probably 2 more years. It's a relatively small short chapter format, so it's going to take a while before we get that. But when it comes out, absolutely, positively, you should all buy it. And that concludes part 4 of our Yuri panel, Alive Online. And I'm going to go offline now, and thank you very much for attending.